TJ.
Hey, Em. And hello, listener.
And welcome back
to This, That, and Chit-Chat.
A podcast
That's strictly entertaining.
Strictly entertaining.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. We are off cadence there.
How's Tricks?
Tricks?
No, it's just a way of saying how's life.
I've never heard that.
Really?
How's Tricks?
How's Tricks? Yeah. It's like an old saying. Dude, this is real. It's like I think it's from like the 50s or 60s, but it's a real thing. Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Like back when they used to say the bee's knees, they used to say, how's Tricks?
Oh, I thought that was a nickname for someone I didn't know.
Nah, dude.
No, how's Tricks? Tricks is good.
Tricks?
Tricks is good.
No, I don't know what it means.
What do I respond?
Good.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah. Good. How was your Christmas?
My Christmas was good. Low key.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were in Buena Vista for 2 days.
Okay.
You know, we didn't want to be too far away from the delivery room.
Amen. How close are we?
On the official due date countdown, we're 8 days.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So any day now, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach's baby came a week early, so.
So you guys are probably on the same timeline.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, it could, it could come any day. They do say the first one tend to come late, but, that was his first one. It came early, so.
And we got to meet the baby. Well, you met him before.
I met the baby. Did you meet him?
I did. At the Christmas party.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yes, he was asleep the whole time, but.
Yeah.
A very polite guest.
Super. Doesn't make too much noise.
No. Doesn't try to. He did steal the spotlight for a little bit, but not in
he'll poop anywhere, but
not a boisterous way.
Yeah.
It was very pleasant, Leslie.
Yeah. He's a good kid.
Yeah.
How was your Christmas?
Good. Went to the great state of Utah.
How are the in-laws?
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Christmas lights.
Okay.
Have you ever been to the Draper Christmas tree?
The normal tree that's like super lit up? I've not.
Oh.
I've just
you seemed so amped.
Well, I think it's super cool, but I've not been.
It was so cool.
Yeah,
so we did that, and then we went to the aquarium.
Which one?
The one with the claw machine outside.
Yes, yeah.
And they had all of these lanterns outside, like sea animals.
Cool.
But were lanterns.
Cool.
Very cool.
So wait, you just did that for the lights, or you went to the aquarium and they also had that?
It came with the aquarium.
Okay.
So you did it. So
okay, cool.
We did the lights, and then we went into the aquarium, and I saw some sharks. I had never been to that aquarium.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's not Atlanta by any means.
No.
But the shark tunnel's pretty cool.
Yeah, the penguin exhibit is not great.
No, and the lights were off because it was nighttime. So it was kind of weird because you could just see them and they were like awake. It was just like pitch black in there.
Their bedtime. Yeah. The zookeeper's like, go to bed!
They're just like watching us through the window.
Because you're lit up.
Yeah. That was kind of wild. It was a reverse thing. We were the animals. Yeah. But yeah, one of my future sibling-in-laws used to volunteer at the zoo. So they had all the inside scoop.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Okay.
Then I saw my aunt and uncle who live in Utah, which was fun.
Okay.
Saw my best friend from college, which was fun.
Oh my gosh.
We love it.
That's so good.
I already got my next trip to Utah planned.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
May 5th, if any of our listeners want to meet up.
They probably do.
I'll be there. Dallin, talking to you.
He probably does. Good. I'm glad. Yeah. Good to hear it.
Any fun New Year's plans?
Yeah. I have fun New Year's plans. Got a party.
That's true. That's fun. I'm doing a taste test for my reception food.
Oh, fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, because you guys
we're doing hors d'oeuvres.
From that one place.
Balducci's.
We passed it the other day, and Lauren went, that's where Emily's catering.
Emily's catering. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we're getting a sample of everything and going to pick which ones we want.
Yum.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about buttermilk biscuits stuffed with ham and cheese.
Let's talk about it.
I'll tell you more after I eat it. I haven't had it yet, but it sounds wonderful.
All right.
Or beef wrapped in bacon and cheese.
I'm making a note for the next time you're on the pod. Ask about buttermilk biscuits.
I can also just text you on Wednesday or tomorrow when I eat it.
No. We need, obviously do text me, but we need.
The listeners might be on bated breath.
They're waiting to hear.
That's true.
I'm excited. I'm also just getting excited for your wedding.
It's coming close.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Good. Well, that's how you should feel.
Can you imagine if I was like, oh no,
I'm just dreading it.
Guys, it's speeding up too fast.
Yeah.
No, very excited.
So today is the last episode of regular This, That, and Chit-Chat.
Correct.
Wah, wah. Just to get this out of the way, stay subscribed because there will be another podcast in the feed with me, and who knows what that'll be. But anyway,
you, listener.
What'd you say?
Maybe you, listener.
Yeah, maybe you. Yeah. If you want to be on, go to yourmomshome.com and leave me a message that says, yo, I'd like to be on the pod, and this is what I like to talk about. Anyway, to get that out of the way, this is the last pod. So we're doing a podcast wrapped.
Podcast wrapped.
Favorite moments.
Mm-hmm. Everything.
Lessons learned. We will also do our Spotify wraps and the podcast Spotify wrapped.
Oh, yes. I forgot.
And then Emily has some 2024 in review questions for us.
Do we want to do it in that order that you just said?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like all listeners, wherever they're sitting, to raise their hand if they were here when it was the kitchen table.
Ooh, that's the elite crew.
There's probably 10 of you, maybe.
Probably. And honestly, thank you so much for listening, because wow. Yeah, I don't have much more to say. That we were recording in Emily's basement.
In a fort made of mattresses.
Yeah. Which, like, that's what they tell you, right? They're like, you got to have stuff to absorb sound. Turns out, I don't think that matters that much.
No, especially when you're using one lapel mic.
Yeah.
In between the two of you attached. Eventually it got attached to a suitcase, but for a while, it was a $15 lapel mic that we attached to a blanket that was between us in a completely empty basement except for some mattresses.
Yes.
And then we moved to your basement.
Correct.
Where the lapel got attached to a suitcase.
To a suitcase.
Uh-huh.
And then we recorded from the couch.
Yeah.
And then we're now in my living room.
Yes.
And we now have a nice little podcast recorder, some nice microphones.
Yes. Game changers.
That's why this audio quality suddenly got very good. Or at least
and remember when
good.
At the beginning everyone was like, the sound quality sucks, and we're all like, bite me.
Yeah.
Like what do you want? Come
on. This is our first try at a podcast.
And now I listen back
and I was like, ooh.
I would have never listened.
It was bad. So thank you for listening.
Yeah.
The other thing I remember is, I'm pretty sure, that first episode, I didn't know how it was going to go. I was all prepared to talk, to just come up with topics of conversation, and I brought up dinosaurs. And I had to cut out a ton of the episode because it was very bad.
Yeah.
But we found our groove.
We did. We've also been known to say, "Oh, we'll cut that," and then we don't cut it.
Correct. Well, and even in that one, people are like, "You didn't cut that," and I'm like, "No, I did. I cut out quite a bit, but it was later than the initial because I thought there was a funny conversation."
Yeah.
Anyway,
we used to do reality recaps.
We did. We were way more into reality TV.
Yeah, we've grown.
Yeah.
Also, our schedules just changed.
Got busy.
Yeah, because we used to watch a lot of TV together.
A lot of TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just can't.
I can't get into it.
I can't get into it. Like, I had a day where I binged Love is Blind and The Circle, and that was about all I could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Circle is about all I've got left in me.
Yeah.
Love is Blind, maybe. But that plus Survivor plus all the other shows we tried.
I still really like Survivor. I'd like to get into it. But once you are watching, it doesn't feel like... I mean, you can totally just jump in. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be watching it.
Yeah, somehow the weekly commitment is a lot.
It is. It is a lot.
Wild.
So, that changed. What was our other... I guess Rants, Recs, and Random Questions was our other recurring segment. We've done that pretty regularly.
Yeah.
We've missed a few times where you'll show up and I'll be like, I don't have a rant.
Yeah. Or we've had too much content that we're like, we'll just wait for another one.
We'll hold it.
But for the most part,
that's been a regular recurring thing.
I think people like it.
I hope so.
I think it's kind of our thing.
It's totally.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
We've had 3 successful year of the...
Yes.
Hot dog.
Donut. Taco. That was fun.
Pretty good.
I think that was the funnest part of doing this pod for me. Like,
really?
Well, just because it like created like a community.
Yeah.
Because like we don't have a podcast that's big enough to where like people are commenting all the time, and right. So the sense of community has come from, we'll see people at a party and they're like, I'm at 23 hot dogs, right? And you're like,
it's an easy thing to bring up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think Year of the Hot Dog was the best one.
For sure.
Because it required more effort and it was so bizarre.
Totally.
So bizarre.
Because, Taco this year was just too easy.
I think everyone finished midsummer.
Except for Dallin. Dallin is not done.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to
So
me.
wild.
But he just doesn't like tacos. He likes burritos. Yeah.
That's a weird choice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but okay.
I don't know. So, anyway, I've
Year of
loved
the Hot
that.
Dog.
That's been so fun.
I think that was also our best sticker. Was the Year of the Hot Dog sticker.
Yeah.
The hot dog skateboarding.
Yeah, that was the one we got designed.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other ones did the second one? No, the second one we got designed too, right?
Third
one was AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't print that one. Just on shirts.
Just on shirts. We didn't do a
sticker.
sticker. That's right. So.
But yeah, and we've had some very loyal listeners.
Very loyal. We do have listeners who listen from day one.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
I would say Dallin is one of our most interactive. Mitch.
Zach, Amy.
Yeah.
Tyler. Well, Amy stopped listening though, actually.
Yeah.
So, but
okay.
she was loyal, and she does still like the show. So if you listen to this, no shade, Amy.
We get it.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had some very. Honestly, I'm 90% sure that our number one listener is a 3-year-old.
Oh yes, William.
Based on something in the Spotify Wrapped, I'm pretty sure that he is our most loyal listener.
Yeah, maybe I'll show you later. When we gave him a shout out last podcast, and you said, "Hi, William, thank you so much for listening."
Yeah,
he asked his mom to replay that segment over and over, and he's so excited.
That's
we'll
so
put
cute.
it on the pod Instagram.
Keep listening, William. Hopefully, I'll have some content that you still like.
Well, and honestly, William, go back and listen to the old episodes.
There you go.
You'll have no idea they've been played
that's
before.
true. And that might be why he's our most loyal listener.
That's true.
Because he probably does re-listen to stuff. Because he forgets.
Yes.
No offense, William.
No offense.
You're super cool.
You've been listening since you were a year and a half. Okay?
Yeah,
it's understandable.
You're a dope child.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Guests. We've had some great guests.
We've had some great guests.
Yes.
The sisters. I don't know if they want their last names
Yeah,
out
I think
there.
they don't. Yeah.
Yeah. With their friendship bracelet, small business.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
Hysterical.
Mitch, when me and him shared gum on the podcast.
Oh my gosh, iconic.
Your howl.
Probably like number one, like single moment of the pod has to be that, right?
No, stop.
Well,
Stop.
you've done a few different like surprises for me on the pod.
Yeah, I did have a question about Mistborn that you didn't know I'd read it.
Right. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had wanted to announce my engagement to you on the pod, but we got some blabbermouths in between us, so I figured someone would tell you.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. Zach, Amy. If we've had other guests,
Jacob.
Lauren, Jacob. Jacob was our first guest, right?
Jacob was our first guest, and honestly showed up so prepared, but like so casual.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Yeah,
and
set the tone for the rest, right? Like, yeah.
And we got to ask questions we've been wondering about Jacob forever.
I know. That was the only one that was like somewhat of an interview.
Yeah.
the rest
were just like, man, hey,
come chat with us.
But Jacob, we were like, we need to know some things about you.
We do need to know some things.
We've had some people turn down the offer to be a guest.
We have.
Yeah. Newell, Ethan, you obviously don't listen, but I'm calling you out again. We asked kindly, I'll say.
Yeah.
And you both casually said, no thanks.
We're like, why would I want to do that?
Yeah. I don't think I'll be interesting. That's a lie. You just don't want to be on.
Yeah. You're like crazy fascinating people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Any other memes?
What were some of your favorite episodes?
That's so hard.
It is hard. I was looking back today and trying to.
I do think. So I've enjoyed doing our drafts. Those have been fun. I've liked the conspiracies, the deep dives. Yeah.
I feel like people really loved our talk about feral wood people early on.
Yeah.
They send us a lot of Bigfoot Yeti videos, and I'm like, I appreciate you supporting this.
That's super funny.
I really liked our deep dive into rom-coms.
Yeah.
Because that's something both of us feel passionate about.
Big for us, yeah.
And then I selfishly think that my favorite episode is the one with my sister.
Oh, that was very fun.
I liked that one. That one was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
I feel like the three of us have a good banter.
I concur. You guys are something else.
Oof, it's a good time.
I know.
Everybody who's listening, if you give this podcast a like, maybe we can get Rachel to do a musical number at my wedding reception.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
There's a stage at our venue, and I'm like, Rachel.
Dallin texted me afterwards and was like, I am obsessed with their relationship.
Yeah, we're pretty close. We had a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Should we talk about the changes in our life since we started?
Dude.
We were both single.
We were both very single.
Yeah.
And now within a month, we will both be married.
Yeah, and you'll have a child.
And I will, well, that too.
Yeah.
There will be another human being in my life.
Yeah.
I have a dog.
That's true. We've both moved a handful of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both probably got raises.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You're like, should I say it?
I think you did.
Yeah. You survived an election with your job?
Survive an election. Yeah. Big stuff.
We've been
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's like somewhat documented.
It is
right?
fun.
Yeah. That like someday you can be like, I don't know, to your kids, hey, well, you probably won't be like, go watch this episode, but you'll probably be like, yeah, I did a podcast with my friend. And they're like, you did?
Yeah.
And you just like show them a clip, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
Well, because then it's like, you didn't mention Lauren until you got engaged.
Right.
Or married.
Yeah. No, engaged because it was surprising.
Yeah. Got to prank the friends.
Yeah. You get
and
it.
then like, I have documented on the pod the first time that I was like, oh, I'm dating someone.
Sure.
And then the first time I said his name, and then when we both, when you got married, when I got engaged.
Yeah.
So yeah. Just fun.
That is fun. That is super cool.
Guys, we are recording our genealogy, our family history.
That's right. We're going to upload all this family search.
You might say, do you guys write in a journal? No. But I have a podcast. 66 episodes. 67.
Yeah. So, all right. Here's what we have. So Spotify does a Wrapped for creators. Mm-hmm. This year, I had it loaded. It's reloading. Okay. This year, 2024 Wrapped for our podcast. Guess, if you had to guess, the growth that our pod, this is just on Spotify, so I don't know, but on Spotify, the growth we had this year, what kind of percentage would you give it?
25%.
Okay, that's honestly like right in the middle of, so streams went up 52%.
Oh, wow.
And followers went up 14%.
Okay.
So, right in the middle, right? We were listened to in 2 countries, the United States being the main one, and then they didn't say the other country.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Yeah, so I don't know. It said 36% of our listeners discovered us this year, but our growth went up by 14%, so I don't understand that stat, but that's what they're saying. Oh, you don't have to follow us to listen to us. So if you're a new listener, but you don't follow us. Yeah. That's what it is. So 36% of our listeners found us this year.
Okay, thanks,
Top
guys.
episode, if you had to guess.
Oh, top episode this year?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even remember what we did. Maybe the Disney draft?
Ooh, that would have been a good one. No, it was actually Zach's episode.
Oh.
Which was streamed 160% more than our average episode.
Wow, Zach. So, everyone loves you.
Yeah, people were excited that Zach finally got to be on. I bet he sent it to his brothers and stuff too.
Yeah.
Our listeners' average age is 30 to 34. 50% of our listeners are 30 to 34.
That checks out.
Yeah, and then, there's some moms in there too. And then, quite a bit are around that. Mm-hmm. The other thing that's cool on here, let me scroll down. It's a whole big mess.
I will say I like Spotify Wrapped, but they're doing too much.
Too much. Okay, this is why I think that, what's the child's name?
William.
William is our top listener, because the shows that are, the other podcasts that our listeners listen to, number 1 is Smartless.
Okay.
So cool.
That's good company.
Yeah.
That we have.
Number 2 is Section 10, which I'd not heard of.
Oh, yeah, no clue.
Number 3 is 2 Hot Takes. And number 4 is That's Why We Drink, which is a paranormal and true crime podcast. But number 5 is called Read Along with Miles, which I'm absolutely certain is a something with children. And I would imagine that not many of our listeners share that. So it has to be that he listens to us a ton. And that puts it into number 5. Yeah.
Us and Miles. Way to go.
Yeah. So Read Along with Miles.
That's funny.
Our listeners like pop, indie, and soundtrack music. And then they're like audiobook genres. And then the number 1 is fiction and literature. Like, that's too broad.
What other audiobooks are there?
That's way too broad. And then number 2 is teen and young adult.
Isn't that fiction?
You can be. I don't know what these and number 3 is biography and memoir. So I'm like,
okay,
come on, give me something else. But anyway, that is our podcast wrapped. We are the top 10 show for 43 fans, the top 5 show for 33 fans.
Okay.
And the number 1 show for 12 fans.
Oh my gosh, thanks, guys.
So thanks for listening, you guys. You helped create our Spotify Wrapped for the pod.
I love that. Thanks for listening.
Now, in your personal Spotify Wrapped,
yes.
Tell me about it.
Tell me about it. Okay. So, there we go.
What the heck is going on?
There's DJ's.
Oh, there we go.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
I have to tap through the whole thing because it's, so...
Oh, yeah, you're just going to go right to the end screen?
Yeah.
Okay. It is. It's super long.
Okay. So, my top artist?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Okay. She's my number 4.
Okay. I think so. This year I did not listen to nearly as much music.
Sure.
Because you remember I was on my reading game earlier this year.
You were.
So that was what I mostly was listening to. So it was just easy when I got in the car to just put on Taylor Swift and not
be like, ooh, what do I want to listen to? Just
so that's clearly what happened. Second, Lizzie McAlpine.
I've not heard of Lizzie McAlpine.
Oh, you'd love.
Okay.
Singer-songwriter. She's very talented.
Okay.
Yeah. Noah Kahan.
Great.
Our boy, George Ezra.
Jezra.
Which I'm a loyal one because he hasn't come out with music in a long time.
No.
And has gone MIA.
Yeah. No. His last one came out like our first or second season. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was at the camp out.
Yeah. We had a podcast titled George Ezra Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Zach Seabaugh, who's another up-and-coming guy.
Yeah, cool. Mine were John Batiste.
You do love him.
I do.
Pause.
Tell me.
The YouTube video of him playing Green Day. Have you seen it?
No.
DJ, we have to watch it the minute we're done recording this.
Cool.
He listens to part of a track.
Oh, yes, I have.
I'm obsessed with that video. I watched that video so many times.
Okay, so first of all, I love those. This is you've probably seen the drumeo.
Yeah.
This is like piano-eo.
Yeah, he listens to just part of the track and he plays it how he thinks the whole song would go.
Without the melody. So he listens to like the drums and the guitar, vocals. Yeah. But then the melody's not there, and so he creates one on the piano.
And the way that man loves music is out of this world.
Because like most of them, they like show it to him and it ends.
Yeah.
And then with him, he's like, oh, but I could have done this.
Yeah.
He's like...
He is having the best day of his life.
Yeah. I love those videos. The drum ones have been around for a while, and they're very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, I do. And we went and saw a concert of him this year. And so I was like listening to prepare, and then after the concert, I was like obsessed, would not listen to anything else. So it totally makes sense that he's my number 1.
Yeah.
2 is 21 Pilots, 3 AJR, 4 Taylor Swift, and 5 Meghan Trainor.
I will say that is such a DJ top 5.
I know.
That is so good.
And then top songs. My number 1 song was Texas Hold'em. Yeah. And
I love that.
The next 4 were all John Batiste.
My first one was Lizzie McAlpine, and the next 4 were all Taylor Swift.
Okay. So. Yeah.
Do you have your podcasts?
Okay, yeah. How far?
I think it's like slide number
towards
5.
the end, right? Oh, okay.
At least mine was. My top podcast topic was comedy.
Okay. Who are you listening to?
Well, let's see. Number 1, The Bad Broadcast.
Sure.
Number 2, Brooke and Connor Make a Podcast.
Okay.
Number 3, So True with Caleb Heron.
So true.
This one's so embarrassing. Number 4, This, That, and Chit-Chat. And it's because I have to go back and listen to make sure I don't say anything embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then number 5 is All In, which is a church podcast.
Okay. Yeah. My first one is Honestly with Barry Weiss. Mm-hmm. My second is Advisory Opinions. 3 is Big Picture. 4 is The Dispatch. And 5 is The Remnant with Jonah Goldberg.
I've never heard of any of them. What are those?
3 of them are political.
Okay.
1 is legal, and the other one is movies.
Okay.
You might like The Big Picture.
Okay.
Lauren and I listened to it on the way home from when we go see a movie.
Oh, you find the episode about
Then
it?
we find the episode about the movie and listen to it on the way home, and then we'll usually kind of stream it once we're home as well, because we only live like 5 minutes away from the theater. But yeah, I love that show. And they are how I got the idea to do drafts. They do movie drafts by year. And they also do like auctions. So you have a certain amount of money, fake money.
Yeah.
And you like have to spend it.
To get a certain... Yeah, I've seen them.
So you can like trade. And anyway, so they're how I got the idea to drafts. Anyway, it's a good one. The Big Picture. It's a ringer.
Okay. Similar to movies, but different.
Tell me.
What was the best TV show you watched this year?
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is so hard. I'm pretty sure the one I picked is Three Body Problem.
Okay.
I loved that.
I might read the book here soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Drew just read the books and loved them.
Yeah.
And so...
I want to as well.
Yeah.
What was yours?
I think this is hard because unlike Letterboxd, I don't have this track.
I know.
I wish I knew. But I think Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I had never watched it all the way through, and I really enjoyed that.
It is good. It is good. I watched it all the way through for the first time, I think, this year as well.
Yeah, I think that... I'm sure there's something else. I watched the first season of Shrinking this year and really liked it, but Brooklyn Nine-Nine has just more content.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. I also really like Tires. The Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
That was my maybe.
Favorite book?
Favorite book? To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Allison. Yeah, that really just like got me this year.
Yeah.
So that's got to be mine. Yours?
Well, guys, never thought I'd say this. Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, remember when I went through that phase?
That was a good time.
But other than Harry Potter, Tress, which was a recommendation by DJ.
Really?
Yeah,
I loved it that much.
And I recommend it to everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody who's like semi into fantasy, I'm like, it's a great one.
Yeah, it is.
Because I think Brandon Sanderson is intimidating to a lot of people.
Sure, because he's got
there's so
huge
much
intertwined library of
I do think I'm going. I asked Drew which he wants me to read next, and if I don't finish The Mistborn, I'm going to read the Starlight Archive.
Stormlight Archive.
But those are hefty ones.
Big.
Yeah.
The one I'm currently reading.
Are you reading the newest one?
It was reading and listening to. And I think the book on audiobook is like 62 hours and 48 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He listened to it all the way to Utah and all the way back, / some while we were there. And he's like, I'm at 20%.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
So it might be a while before I get to that.
Yeah, it's big. But that's like, if you like Brandon Sanderson, this is how he described it at Sanderson Con, was if you like Brandon Sanderson, then this is the series that he is most proud of and likes the most. So if you're into his kind of world building and his way of doing things, that's the one to go to.
Okay. Movie. This is the beauty of Letterboxd. So I picked off of movies that I saw for the first time this year.
Okay.
I have movies that I rated higher.
Yeah.
And it is either, hold on, I had it up. Hold on. Dune Part 2.
Sure.
Which, plot twist for me. Or Interstellar. TJ, we haven't talked about Interstellar.
We haven't.
Well, we did not on the pod, but we...
Oh, not on the pod. Yeah.
Last time I was here for the pod, I was about to go see it.
Right.
Obsessed.
So good.
So good, everybody.
Good.
Go watch it.
And then, like, the more you dive into, like, the filmmaking, too, like,
I was thinking about it for, like, 3 days after.
Well thought out.
It's so
Everything
good.
is purposeful.
Oh, so sad, so heartwarming.
Yeah.
All of it. Mm-hmm. All of it. And Michael Caine, terrible guy in the movie.
Yeah.
But otherwise good.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway, also frustrating, but I get it, girl. Also, let's stop giving Anne Hathaway short haircuts.
Yeah, I agree. Long hair.
That and I dreamed a dream of days gone by. She looks so scary there.
Well, yeah, she just sold her hair.
I get it.
Yeah, Anne has syphilis.
She looks like the person yelling chocolate in SpongeBob.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite movie, based on Letterboxd, it is Twisters or Baby Driver. And based on me, it's Twisters.
Okay.
Yeah. That was... Good. I just loved Twisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was... Yeah, anyway.
I've never seen it, but I'll watch it.
Oh, dude.
It's on Peacock now.
It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah. Glenn Powell.
You
my
love
man.
him.
I do.
I love him.
I love Glenn Powell.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then I loved this next question you had. Favorite pop culture moment?
One I think about a lot is when Justin Timberlake got pulled over. And he said, "This is going to ruin the tour." And the guy goes, "What tour?" And he goes, "The world tour."
That's a good one.
I think about that a lot.
Yeah. No, that's a classic one.
What about you?
So my first thought, just because of recency bias, is the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Oh, yes.
It's been all over Twitter today.
It's pretty good.
And brought me such joy. However, I was like, I watched a video before you came over of like...
A recap?
Of 2024. And it's RFK.
Oh, yeah.
That man... I mean, it's specifically leaving the dead bear in Central Park. But then, like, he also cut off a whale's head with a chainsaw. He has a brainworm. Like, he just brought us so much joy this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, specifically when he is telling Roseanne Barr that he left a dead bear in Central Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say, I might have already mentioned this on the pod. Through all of this news cycle about him, I had never heard the man speak.
Oh, sure.
And then about 3 weeks ago, I heard him speak, and I said, "Holy cow!"
Yeah. It's hard
Wild.
to listen to.
It's very hard to listen to.
Poor guy. But it's hard to listen to. Yeah.
We had some wild things this year.
It was a good year.
It was a good year. Definitely the year of like country music, like
For
Beyonce
sure.
doing a country album.
And Beyonce's has nothing on Post Malone's.
That's true.
Post Malone's country album is so good.
I haven't listened yet.
It's so good.
But okay.
I mean, if you're not like, you might not like it, but
Maybe.
I loved it. Jess also didn't really like it.
No.
And I don't know if you still listen, Jess, but I think that's like, I think she went into it with a bad attitude.
Oh, okay.
Because it was good.
Post Malone brought up a guy I know from college onto his stage to
Really?
sing. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He's an artist?
No, Post Malone was performing, and this kid, Ian, was like in the pit and yelled, "I know how to play Stay" on the guitar. And the guy in Post was like, "Okay, come to a future show and I'll bring you up on stage." And so he flew him out to a show and brought him up on stage.
Dude, Posty's so cool.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I dumped a milkshake on that kid's head in college, so.
Dude, good for you.
Yeah.
Your claim to fame.
I'm making sure his ego doesn't get too big.
That's exactly right. It's
Back
an
in
important
2012.
Job.
Yeah.
Important job. 2012.
That's when I dumped a milkshake on his head.
Oh my gosh, this is a freshman year milkshake.
Yeah, you know, classic. Do you have a rant?
I do.
Yeah.
I really do.
Tell us.
Lauren got me this really cool thing for Christmas.
Okay.
It's a bird feeder with a camera in it.
Oh my gosh. I've heard of multiple people getting this year.
It's awesome. I love it.
Does it help identify the birds?
It can.
Okay.
That costs some money though. And so I'm like, do I need that?
We'll see if we get to that.
But right now, all I'm seeing are squirrels. I hate them. When I first got a bird feeder, like years ago,
at the old
I was
house.
like, I don't know why people complain about squirrels. Like, they're cute. Like, I'm happy to feed them. No, I'm unhappy to feed them.
DJ used to have a lawn chair set up outside the glass door so he could watch his birds.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love birds. I love bird feeding and bird watching. I'm so excited to have this so that I can record. Because, like, I can't be outside watching my bird feeder all day.
No, you got things to do.
However, because the squirrels are always there, the birds aren't there. So I don't know what to do. I think my next thing I'm going to try is you can get like spicy birdseed, which apparently doesn't affect the birds, but does affect the squirrels.
Okay.
So I'm going to try that.
Okay.
But yeah, for now, I'm just mad because all I have on my camera, I'll show you the feed. It's just squirrel tails and squirrel heads and squirrels coming down upside down all day long. Anyway, so that's my rant.
Remember that time someone broke into your shed and
Yes.
broke your...
And cut. Yeah, look, just squirrels. Squirrels.
So many squirrels.
Yeah, I get notifications all the time, and I look on here, and it's just another squirrel.
That's a pretty good gift, though.
It's an awesome gift. I did get, the first day we had it up in the morning, I got one bird.
Okay.
So that was very cool. But since then, squirrels. What's your rec?
Sorry. It's generic, but then I'm going to go fine tune it.
Okay.
Bad movies.
Yeah.
Specifically, Dear Santa, the new Jack Black movie.
I'm so sad.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, it's a kid who writes a letter to Santa, but he has dyslexia, and so instead of Santa, he writes Dear Satan. Jack Black is Satan. It was so bad. It wasn't a kid's movie, but it wasn't an adult movie, and so they're trying to do both, and it just means a lot of bad lines, and I don't know, they go to a Post Malone show, that's one of the wishes.
Yeah.
And it's just so cringy and so painful, and it just wasn't good.
That makes me so sad, because it's like a funny concept.
Yeah.
And Jack Black
is great. I also talked to people this week who are Jack Black haters, and that is not what I'm saying.
No.
I love Jack Black.
Yeah.
Spoiler, Ben Stiller's in the movie. I also love Ben Stiller.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's the supreme Satan. Jack Black is just an apprentice. So, but yeah.
That's really too bad.
We watched it for free, which was the only redeeming quality.
Yeah.
But yeah. What do you recommend?
Here's what I recommend. My dad last year for Christmas got everyone in the family a this thing called a Tomta cake. And it's got a recipe, and it's got like a little mold, and it's got a book.
What's a Tomta cake?
It's just a spice cake,
Okay.
but it's got a whole story behind it. A Tomta's like a gnome, and you put the gnome in the cake, and whoever finds the gnome, it gets prosperity next year. And the cake is really good, and the frosting is really good. However, my rec is to if it's been a while, purposefully start a new family tradition. It was really fun. Like, we pulled this out because I was like, my dad got this for us, and he said he wants it to be a tradition. So let's do it. Let's try it. Let's make it. And the cake was fantastic. So that's also part of the reason that it was a fun tradition. But it was also fun to hey, we have a new thing that we're doing this year.
That is fun.
And now we'll do it every year. So I start a new tradition if it's been a while.
Love that.
Yeah. What's your rec?
My rec is the new Breeze flight from
Oh
to
my
Provo.
gosh.
Guys.
Amazing.
Is that what you flew when you went? Okay. Is it comfortable? Not at all.
It's not. I mean, it isn't, but it's not the worst.
It's not the worst. I mean, it's
there's more room than Frontier.
Yes.
And the seats are newer than Frontier.
True. But you still don't get any any food or snacks or water, and there's no back TV screen on the seats. Did my back hurt after the flight? Yes, but not as much as it was worth it for the price and the convenience.
However, the other thing, they have free messaging. Yes. They also have free, just on your device, free movies. Yeah. So as far as budget airlines go,
100%.
And the workers aren't trying to actively make your day worse. No. Which is...
It was a very easy process.
That is what... At Frontier, I promise you, they have meetings where they make people cry. Yeah. Yeah.
No one second guessed our carry-on bags to see if they were the right size. No. The planes were newer. Everything worked, and it was clean.
They also schedule way more time, so your arrival time... we were delayed for 30 minutes with some paperwork or something, and we still got in before our arrival time. So, they're punctual. Yeah,
the Provo airport, last time I went was 2017. Dinky. Yeah. They've made it so much nicer. They have gurus in the airport now.
I got Guru's
That's a food
breakfast.
restaurant. Same. And it's very easy.
Totally.
And we're looking, because, again, we're going in the summer for a friend's wedding. If you plan out in advance, you can get one-ways for $79.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, I haven't seen a flight to Utah for less than $500 in years. Yeah. And now there's a new direct flight from from Dulles to Salt Lake on United.
I did not know that.
They had their first flight last week.
Okay.
My sister and our friend Kirsten were on the inaugural flight. They got sandwiches.
That's really funny.
Yeah. And so now there's 3 airlines from the DC area to Utah with direct flights. So I'm hoping that brings down the prices of Delta.
That's awesome.
Because they have competition.
Yeah. We fly United, so that is great to hear.
Dulles to Salt Lake.
I mean, when we're traveling with the kid, I'm not doing a layover.
100%.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, but I recommend the Provo Breeze Airways.
Totally.
So
if
far,
you're
so
flying
good.
to Utah or flying to DC from Utah, it's the only way to go.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a carry-on, if you just have a personal item, it can be like under $200 for the whole round trip.
And we paid more because we were going to be there for a week in winter and everything takes more space. But still, our round trips were $500 a piece. And a direct at Christmas is always $800 or $900.
Yeah. I think I flew, and mine wasn't around Christmas, so it was cheaper, but I flew round trip $250, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Game changer.
Game changer. Okay, here's my question for you. Mm-hmm. So this year, I would say, has been a year of new things for Emily.
Yeah.
What new thing that you tried this year have you enjoyed the most?
Other than being in love?
Yes. Okay. Other than anything related to Drew.
I do think I always had prejudice against fantasy books.
Oh.
I was like, that's freaking weird.
Sure.
I'm not into that.
I don't need to read about elves.
No, or warlocks.
Yeah.
But I would say all of my favorite books this year were fantasy or fantasy adjacent.
Sure.
And I think that was a testament of me judging something before trying it. And
you literally judged a book.
I literally did. And guys, I've been changed for good. So yeah, I would say that.
Hey, good reference there.
Thank you. Have you seen it?
I've not yet. We're going on Wednesday.
New Year's Day.
We are going New Year's Day. Yeah, we were going to go on Saturday, but like it is still filling theaters.
Yeah.
And so we got our ticket. We were going to get our tickets too late, and I was like, "There's no good seats." So instead, we went and saw the Bob Dylan movie, which is very good.
Timmy.
Very good.
Okay.
Anyway, and so we got tickets for Wednesday for Wicked.
Okay.
Yep.
I know people who have seen it 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Which is wild because it's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
But props to you. We all good?
We're all good.
Okay.
I just knocked down the recorder thing, so okay, so we're good.
What's your new thing this year?
It's a little known game called Magic the Gathering. I got into it a month and a half ago, and I already have
a lot.
400 or 500 cards.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say 4 or 5 packs.
No. I have 3 decks of 100, and then at least 100 other supporting cards.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Love that.
Yeah. But it's really fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Good.
So that's been my new thing this year.
Okay. My question is not as introspective. What's your favorite condiment?
Like most used is probably just hot sauce. And like if we're going, with specific hot sauce, it's probably Valentina. Well, most used is probably ketchup, but ketchup is super generic. So it's probably hot sauce. However, favorite condiment is probably Chick-fil-A sauce.
Good choice. I think I would say fry sauce.
Yeah.
But I don't use it that much.
Right.
It's not convenient here.
Right. You don't want to mix mayo and ketchup.
Oh,
It's
wait,
weird.
why?
Yeah.
Chef?
Yeah. I did. Where were we? And they had some like aioli that was like, it just wasn't good. So I mixed in some ketchup and that made it a lot better.
My in-laws introduced a new condiment to me this week.
Sure.
Ham sauce.
What the heck is ham sauce?
You eat it with ham. It's not made out of ham.
Okay.
And it's like mustard, brown sugar, and maybe something honey-esque.
Okay.
And you just put it on top of your ham. And I am not a mustard person.
Yeah.
But this had enough sweet in it that it was really good.
Okay. That does sound good.
Yeah. And as I was like, I've never had this before. One of Drew's siblings were like, ham sauce isn't everywhere. And I was like, nope.
Oh. Yeah. I'd not heard of that. The other thing, when you said that, I thought to myself, is it mustard? So I just knew in my head that ham goes with mustard.
It does go with mustard.
So, all right.
Isn't it interesting that pork chops go with applesauce?
Pork chops go with applesauce.
People eat that.
Yeah, I guess they do.
Yeah.
I've not ever eaten that, but good for them.
Yeah.
Cool.
One last question.
Yeah.
Did you achieve your New Year's resolution?
No, I didn't.
Neither did I.
I didn't. I have, right, like, mocktails are here to stay in my life. Like, when I host, I make a mocktail now, which is very fun. And I also, like, ginger beer is now a staple in my life. I love ginger beer because it's spicier.
Yeah. And
that's fun. But no, I probably made 12 or 15 mocktails.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was okay. It's not 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not wear my red beret.
That's too bad.
It is.
It's so hard.
It is. Like, I have nowhere to wear it.
I know.
Maybe January I'll find something.
Maybe. It feels more like a like early summer, late spring thing though, right?
Yeah, but like where do you wear it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's too bad. Okay, well, anything else?
I don't think so. We're going to do this on the spot. Who's our listener of the year?
Oh, good question. Who was it last year?
Tyler.
That's what I thought. It's probably, I mean, my thought is Dallin.
That's where I was going
Okay, cool. Dallin, congratulations.
Congrats, Dallin. You're the listener of the year.
Yeah. What about a person of the year?
Our person of the year is going to be...
I know who I'd have it be.
Oh, who would you have?
Glenn Powell.
He was in one movie.
He's amazing. No, come on. He was in that. He was in that movie from...
This year?
Yeah. He was on a Netflix movie this year. He had 2 movies this year.
The Hitman?
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Okay, we can do Glenn Powell. I thought you were going to say Beyonce.
I'd do Beyonce.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah, I'll do Beyonce, Posty, whoever you want. Yeah.
Perfect.
Beyonce?
Sure.
Congratulations, Beyonce. I know. You probably don't have enough awards.
Yeah.
You are the
and
This, sure That, and Chit-Chat person of the year.
I'm sure you'll catch wind of this in the rumor mill.
Someday.
You'll say, oh, me? They thought I passed the test.
I did it?
Yeah.
Amazing. Because she did the Christmas Day halftime show.
Let's change it. Sorry, Beyonce, we're revoking it. We're going to say Brandon Sanderson.
Oh, I love that.
Because you
I went to his con. You read his books. Great.
It's the piece of media that we both overlapped
on.
Okay.
Sorry, Beyonce. You're out.
I know you're sad to lose it to a nerd, but here we are.
Brando Sando.
Yeah.
Okay.
This might hit him more before it
So
hits
congratulations to Dallin and Brandon Sanderson.
Peace in a pod, if I say.
I would say so. For being the This, That, and Chit-Chat persons of the year.
Congratulations.
The last This, That, and Chit-Chat persons of the year.
Yeah.
So we had the first and we had the last.
Going out on a high note, if I say
Tyler and
Dallin.
Jason.
Oh, yes.
And Dallin and Brandon.
Yeah. Are you over the Kelsey brothers? I'm kind of over
I'm over Travis. I love Jason.
I still like Jason, but Travis is just too many places. And
yeah. And he's not my cup of tea.
No.
Like I don't dislike him.
No.
But I think he's a good person. He's not my type of person. No. Jason is.
I also don't think Kylie needed a podcast.
I
like her.
I agree and I don't. Meaning like I'd rather listen to her than them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I am like I think what I liked about them is they just seemed like a normal family.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But anyway.
I'm excited to see Jason in more places.
Yes.
On ESPN specifically. Like because their podcast, part of what stunk about it is it was so overly sponsored.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that was what I had. That's why I stopped listening to The Office Ladies. Mm-hmm. It's because it was like, this segment brought to you by...
Every 5 seconds.
I hated it. Yeah. I hated it. And so theirs was similar. So I would like to see him in a less sponsored, right? Like, doing... I don't know what he's doing for ESPN, but whatever he's doing, I'm excited to see him around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, you have about 24 hours to finish Year of the Taco.
Yes.
So if you're not close, I'd recommend a taco box from Taco Bell.
Yeah. Dude, 12 tacos for $10 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a good deal.
Power through. Mm-hmm. And love you guys.
Bye.